And Air Canada 856, we're ready for a vector.
Canada 856, thanks. Turn left heading 150 degrees.
Left heading 150, Air Canada 856. Severe turbulence on final.
Speedbird 72, runway 27 left, clear to land, surface wind is 230 degrees and 29er, gusting 40 knots.
Clear land 27 left, Speedbird 72.
Hello guys, Thomas here, hope you're all well, and today we're back with another video taking you from London Heathrow to Oslo Gardermoen in the Airbus Aerosoft Airbus A319 on Speedbird 770 is the flight number today. We're not on VATSIM, again, because there's not very much traffic around. I didn't really see the point. But this time, we're in P3D. Doesn't it look fantastic? Or is it just me? It just looks about 1,000 times better than any other sim I've ever seen. So P3D, you did well. FSX, well, it's quite old though, isn't it? I thought it was. Let's jump into the cockpit of the fantastic Aerosoft. Look, there's the shadows from the sun over there. Ooh, it's bright. So, let's jump into this. We are flying to Oslo in the Airbus A319, and we need to get the battery going. You see, just has to happen. In fact, we'll do external power. And some batteries. And once that's done, we can jump over to here. Go on the checklist, turn that on, and we'll also turn the co-pilot on. And we'll get them to do cockpit preparation.
Cockpit preparation checklist.
Batteries.
They're
both
very
on.
loud, aren't they?
Electrical power.
External power is on.
Navigation
Very
lights.
well.
Set
So,
on.
Engine master.
Both off.
Engine mode selector. Flaps.
Checked position.
Speed brake lever.
Checked retracted.
I'm
Thrust
going to
levers.
put the fuel pumps on
Idle.
at some point, hopefully.
Transponder mode.
But it's very
Checked
sunny out there.
standby.
Radio.
I'm just got to wait for the sun and all that to work. But where is the sun? It's over there. It's quite high in the sky.
On.
Flight director.
On.
Emergency lights.
Set.
No smoking signs.
Set on.
Anti-ice.
We actually do have scenery.
Off.
This is UK
Probe
2000
window heat.
scenery for London
Auto.
Heathrow.
Air condition.
And at the other end we
Checked.
have Oslo Gardermoen
Ventilation
version
panel.
2 by
Is
Aerosoft.
checked.
Electric panel.
Checked.
Scenery over
Fuel pumps.
Oslo is fantastic, and we will get a good look at that once we get over there. It is
Set on.
very
Hydraulics.
nicely done.
Is checked.
Accubrake pressure.
I feel like the only reason I'm
Checked.
using P3D is because these
Ground
shadows.
proximity
Just look
warning
at them. Just look
On.
fantastic.
Electronic flight control system.
We do have a
On.
flight plan courtesy of
Adheres.
PFPX. And we're on the Brookmans Park 7 Foxtrot departure out of Heathrow, which is always good.
Set to nav.
Emergency equipment.
Cruising flight level
Is checked.
370
Checklist
for us
complete.
today. Checklist is complete, which is good, so we'll turn the ECAM displays on. And then the navigation display and the PFD as well. Okay, so let's get into the setup of the aircraft because we have a little bit of amount of stuff to do before we get going. First thing I'm going to do is load the fuel properly because I think I forgot last time. I'm not sure how that happened. Fuel today is 6.3 tons. It's a 2-hour flight or so. And I did hear actually that this flight is actually usually delayed by half an hour or so quite often, and I don't know why. I was googling it. Speedbird 770 is usually delayed, so if you are flying then expect that to happen. So, just trying to find the weights that I need to look for so that we can load cargo. Today's cargo is 1.8 and passenger count looks to be, actually I'm wrong, it's not. Cargo is actually 1.7 and passengers today 132. We always seem to be nearly full. Can start boarding as well. So I'm going to make that instant because I've got to start my tracker, you see. Cool. Okay. So the IRSs have got 2 minutes to align. And we'll go back down to the FMC because, oh well. So, initial align the IRSs. Company route today is Echo Golf Lima Lima to Echo November Golf Mike 01, courtesy of PFPX. Sarco route, please wait. Cool. Speedbird 770, as I said, is our flight number today. Cruising altitude is flight level 370. Cost index, I'm just gonna put 55. The alternate today looks to be Echo November Foxtrot Golf. Not sure what airport that is, but it's our alternate. Next page, our block fuel, as I said, was looking in the region of 6.3. And we can go to our flight plan page. Runway departure today is runway 27 right, which has got correct this time. Our standard departure, I said, was Brickman's Park 7 Foxtrot departure. Insert that. Performance, flex to temp. Actually no, flaps 5. Whoops. What did I put? I think... No, flaps 1 for takeoff. Flex to temp of 57 degrees. And a V rotate of 135 knots. I think everything will manage that later. I think our fuel prediction is 2.3 tons on the ground at Oslo. Is that a progress page? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Ooh, spooky. Flight plan is looking good, I believe. Oh, look at that. It is looking good. Woohoo, it's a detour. So, MCP. I can't remember what I said was the V rotate speed. I'm an idiot. Performance. V rotate was 135. Am I stupid or what? 135. Heading and speed can be managed. 6,000 feet is going to be my initial altitude today. And QNH, I need my weather. We'll start loading the weather in actually. I don't have Active Sky in this because I couldn't get it working for P3D, but I have an alternative. It will be the alternative, or it has to be. I'm loving that sun. That sun just looks fantastic. And also the lighting, it just looks so real. It's crazy. So while that loads in the weather, I'll find out what the weather is actually in terms of the METAR at London Heathrow Airport. And we shall see what it's going to be like. Whether it's going to be good weather or bad weather. Who knows? Okay, according to the METAR, it's looking 3,400 feet is the cloud base. And it's 8 knot winds at 240. QNH 1023. So we can set 1023 on the pressure setting. And I'll just check. It's nearly loaded in all the weather. Let's go outside. See if we can see any difference. Just visibility's dropped a little bit. Oh well. I do apologise if the frames do drop a little bit. I've tried to configure P3D so it doesn't have a hissy fit, but we're literally bang on 20 frames a second at the moment. So we shall see how it does. I'm not sure how it does when it gets to Oslo, but you never know. So let's go over to the doors page and close some doors. I mean, what else are we going to do? And they'll get on with their job.
Before start checklist.
Windows and doors.
Closed and locked.
APU.
Set on.
APU bleed.
Thing about this checklist is they parking brake isn't even set. Thing about the checklist is they have to wait for the APU to turn on before they move. It's just silence. So the first time I did it, I had no idea what was going on. Just looking out the window, that's so realistic. The way, like, do you know when you look inside, like in real life, and it's really bright outside, it simulates that really well. And then when you look, it's just like, wow. I chose late in the day to fly because I realised the sun would be a little bit more effective at casting shadows. So I know these
Set
things.
on.
External
There we go.
power.
Disconnected and off.
Cabin signs.
Set on.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
On.
Bearer reference.
Let's just check if the
Checked.
throttles work.
1, 0, 2, 3.
1, 0, 2, 3. Check. Beacon lights.
Set on.
Checklist complete.
Okay, we need a pushback. So, actually we'll do it without pushback.
Flight deck to ground.
Go ahead, sir.
Ground, we have ATC clearance for start and taxi now. Please confirm ground equipment and services are clear.
Roger.
Well, he just says Roger. It's the sunny side of the aircraft. It really does simulate that well. Like every time I fly in P3D, I compare it to what FSX looks like. And I'm like, why did they not do this in FSX? Why did they cut the franchise? Why did they go, we're not developing it anymore? That was a stupid mistake. In my opinion, obviously. And we're just waiting for us to start engine 2, I believe. So,
Starting engine 2.
let's get on with it. Let's fly. I do find this aircraft really simple to fly, just because it walks you through everything, and even with the first officer, it's even easier, Oh well. What's weird about today is, I'm talking about the weather now, is that it started off quite cloudy, and then rain came in, and then it's now sunny again, so it's quite weird. So, whenever the engine decides to wake up, I haven't got EasyDock to work yet. I'm kind of a noob to P3D and getting things
Engine
to work.
2 is stabilized.
Starting number 1.
I can never get it to work, which is annoying, but oh well. See, as I said, we are getting a solid 20 frames a second, and it's dropping to 19 and then 20, so hopefully we should be okay. But I was getting like 10 frames a second earlier today, and I was wondering why it was, and it was because I wasn't using the graphics card, and I was using the built-in Intel chipset, and I was crying, and then I realised, and then I would hit myself. Oh well. The engines are coming alive, hopefully, he says, as he looks at the N1 speed and sees it rising slowly. Now when I first installed P3D I couldn't get the throttles to work and I was really surprised. I just couldn't understand. And then I realised that I hadn't set the control
Engine
axis.
1 is stabilised.
The control axis wasn't set and I was wondering why it wasn't working. I know.
That's a good start on both engines. All systems are normal. Thanks for your help and all clear. We'll see you for the signal on the right, please.
Roger, 2 good starts, all clear signals, see you on the right.
Fab. Which direction do we need to push? Oh, we have to wait. I don't know. I think we can push that way, which is what we're going to do. So that'd
After
be
start checklist.
nose right.
Engine mode selector.
Set.
APU bleed.
Set off.
APU master.
Set off.
Ground spoilers.
Set.
Rudder trim.
Checked 0.
Pitch trim.
Set.
Flight controls.
And this is where I have to do the flight controls.
Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Check. Flaps.
Flaps 1.
Anti-ice.
Off.
ECM status.
Checked.
ECM door page.
Checked.
Hand signal.
Received.
Checklist complete.
Okay, now to push back, because I didn't want to do it there. I'm going to do it now. So, let's go not forwards, because this thing has a habit of drifting forwards, which is kind of annoying. Well, let's go nose right, I think. There we go. Going back. Fab. Not sure how low the sun's going to get before it sets. Probably quite low. I'm praying the nose is going to go the right way. He says as he pushes back. Which way is it going to push? No one knows until it actually does it. It's so slow. And I guess this is like the winter set for UK 2000 because the grass is not very green. I'm gonna guess it's not gonna turn at all, but oh well. It's better than turning the wrong way, because that would be annoying. So, let's go back into the cockpit and we'll stop it when we get onto the line. Okay. And off we're going to turn and taxi to the right when we have ground steering, which we do now. And look at those shadows. I think I might just be pointing that out throughout the whole thing. As we go along, I'll be like, shadows.
Taxiing checklist.
So
No slide.
as we spot shadows. Which checklist is it doing?
No slide.
Approaching 05.
See if we can go this way. Nope, that would be a bad decision.
Set on.
Brake check.
Pedal pressed. Checked 0.
Check. Auto brakes.
It makes a horrendous noise whenever we do anything. You know, I totally missed the line there, but oh well. Because I'm trying not to make massive mistakes. I'm not even sure what that noise is. It must be us just slamming on the brakes. Here come the shadows. It's quite cool actually.
Max.
Takeoff data. Auto
Max.
brakes.
Reviewed.
FCU.
Checked.
Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. TO config.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Oh, we turned that off accidentally for some reason. So, just coming up to the runway nearly.
Approaching 23.
P3D, admire it in its total awe. It's amazing. So, we somehow are going to do full length, because I decided that we would.
Approaching 23.
And also I just thought that turning would induce more shadows inside the cockpit. So I thought we may as well do that. Okay. The more we turn, the more shadows we get. It's fabulous. Okay. Love how there's like no variation in how much you put the brakes on. They're either on or off in Flight Simulator. It's kind of annoying.
Approaching 27 right.
Good. Let's go
Flight
up.
attendants, seats for takeoff.
Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist.
On runway
Brake
27
temperature.
right.
Checked.
Brake fans.
Off.
Engine mode selector.
Checked normal.
TCAS.
TARA, tilt above.
Exterior lights.
Set on.
Sliding tables.
Stowed.
Stowed. Checklist complete.
Good. We can take off, but let's just admire the aircraft for a minute. Just wow. If you're wondering what I was doing then, I was taking screenshots. So, let's set takeoff.
Takeoff. Man, toga, SRS and runway.
Check. Power set.
Just going past
100
100 knots.
Checked.
Speed 1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Navigation.
Check. Gears up, lights off.
Climb thrust. Autopilot on.
Wow. Look at that. Let's go outside.
Spoilers,
Disarmed.
flaps,
Check retracted.
landing gear,
Gear up, lights off.
exterior lights,
Set off.
packs,
Both on.
anti-ice,
Off.
TCAS,
Checked.
altimeter,
Barrow reference set and cross-checked. 1, 0, 2, 1.
1, 0, 2, 1. Checked. Checklist complete.
Well, that was a successful takeoff. We had a bit of glare, as you can see, when it came to taking off. It was rather annoying, but oh well. This aircraft is fantastic, just really good.
preparation checklist.
Seatbelt signs.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Landing information.
Received.
Altimeter.
Standard.
Bearer radio.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Okay, we're back. Welcome back, everyone. And we've just done the descent preparation checklist, and we're nearly ready to go down. Top of descent is in a couple of miles' time, and we'll start setting up the FMC as well for arrival. So let's do that. So our arrival into Oslo today is the Ripan 2 Mike arrival to runway 19 right, actually. Nope, we don't want that. Just set the wrong one. It's ILS runway 19 right. I thought, we're not doing a VOR. ILS runway 19 right, Ripan. Well, we'll do the 3 Mike then. Yeah, Ripan 3 Mike. Insert that. And we can start the descent now. Down to 10,000.
Initiating descent.
FMA check.
Radar tilt.
Set below.
Good, we started the descent. Just looks fantastic. Reflections, not reflections. Shadows. Okay. So, arriving runway 19 right, it's the Ripan 3 Mike arrival, got it wrong, whoops. So let's get the performance stuff ready. Landing config is going to be flaps full. Transition altitude, going to make it up, I think it's 6,000 feet, probably isn't. Nope. Level 60. Oh no, 6,000 feet. Put it in the wrong one. QNH on the ground at Oslo is 1028, and the temperature is 12 degrees, which gives us an approach speed of 130 knots, which looks cool. That's the thing, I don't know whether this is, like, if I look at the seat and then we look at real quick, it's really bright and then it gets dimmer. That's meant to happen, I think. It's kind of cool. Autopilot looks set. Flight directors are on. I was just panicking. I was thinking, I swear the flight directors aren't on, but they actually are, don't worry. So, that looks complicated. We can zoom in and take a look at that just to make sure it's actually doing what we want. Just trying to find the right box. There it is. So we fly in like this. Oh yeah, and then we come around. Oh yeah, there's a discontinuity error. So we'll get rid of that if we can get on the right one. Clear the discontinuity. And done. Okay. So that's the descent preparation set up. We are now descending through flight level 300, which is fabulous. I'll just talk you through what, I might have said this earlier, but I'll talk you through what I'm actually doing in terms of what this is, the video. This is shot in P3D, version 2. It isn't version 2.5 because I haven't updated it yet, because there's a couple of bugs that need to be fixed before I do. And also I don't really want to uninstall and then reinstall all the add-ons again, which is kind of annoying. This is the Aerosoft Airbus A319. Somehow they've gone to idle. I think it's trying to descend nice and quick. British Airways livery. This is Speedbird 9, Speedbird 770. And it's P3D for once. I thought I might try P3D. And I haven't got EZDOT to work, so we won't have any of those cool effects, unfortunately. But once I get it to work, if anyone actually does know how to make it work, it would be greatly appreciated if I could be told about how this works, because it didn't work when I tried. I'm just going to set something random on the score, because I forgot. And 122.8 on the Unicom frequency. Cool. Making the turn towards Ingar after passing through Ripan, which was the first waypoint in the star. First officer, how does that look? Should we fly like that? I don't know. It would feel weird though, I think, if I ever trained as a pilot, which hopefully I do. Oh, she's got her trait table out. But if I ever do train as a pilot, I think it would be weird flying in the second seat, because I've never flown in that. Oh well. So the FMC's all set up. There's another discontinuity. I don't know why. Oh, because it's near the end of the flight plan. Fuel prediction is 4 tons on board. Nav radios, they're set up, ready for the ILS and the course heading, which is good. Now this descent is going to take ages, and we'll be back closer to the approach. And we're just coming up to another descent point on the flight plan. Let's have a little look where we are. Utexo, that's where we're just going for now, before we enter the hardcore part of the flight plan, which is basically this bit here. It's kind of scary, you know. I think the overhead panel looks pretty good overall. What flight level are we at? Oh, just going to be coming through 10,000 feet very soon, and the landing lights will go on as well. All nice and automated. It was funny, as soon as we left London we got 30 frames instead of 20 frames. It was so strange. I wonder why that is. It was confusing. Probably going to descend through there because I set an altitude restraint because I'm silly. We'll keep going. Nearly through 10,000 feet.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Lights on.
On.
I think that's all they do, to be honest. Let's put landing lights on. So yeah, we're getting pretty close. Let's see what the altitude restraints are for this flight plan. So flight level 9 is 0, which is what we stay at for quite a long time. In fact, we stay at that for a very long time. Okay. So we won't be descending very much further than this. I'm going to guess all the way along there will be 9,000 feet, and then when we get to the end waypoint, we'll start descending down. It's around about 3,000. And then I know that there is quite a lot of hills. In fact, actually, we can go outside and see them. Go this side. It's quite foggy, but there is a lot of terrain that we need to be aware of around here, because let's not forget it is Norway. And Norway is very hilly. They've automatically put the glide slope diamonds on the PFD. I don't know when they did that, but oh well. And there goes the shadows again. I'm actually surprised how well... Oh, snow. Okay. Or rain, or whatever this is. Is this snow or is this rain? I'm gonna guess it's rain. But you never know. It could be rain or it could be snow. Still have sun though, which is rather strange. Now it's just stopped snowing. Okay, that was rather strange. Oh well, visibility's decreased. And scenery is not loading. Oh well. This is P3D. It's a lot more reliable than FSX. I haven't had a crash so far. And then what happens? We go and crash. I can imagine it right now. Me saying that and then it crashes. Come on, scenery. It will load. We know it will. He hopes. So, just coming up on 7,000 feet. And look, it even says the runway number on the end navigation display. That's rather cool, isn't it? I think what we'll do is we'll turn the lights on as well. Look at that. The night lighting inside the cockpit and outside is amazing in P3D. A couple of errors that need to be ironed out, but nothing that can't be sorted quite easily. I'm getting quite close now, so I'll reduce the range down to 20 miles. And there's a hill in front of us. I'm really hoping it doesn't descend. Actually, what we'll do is we'll turn the terrain on as well. And then have a panic when we realise there's lots of red bits.
Transition altitude.
There's nothing showing up at the moment. I'm going to guess that means it's all safe. He says.
Barrow reference set and cross-checked. 1028.
1028. Checked.
Just coming through 6,000 feet. Going to start making a turn to the east quite soon, hopefully. Or the northeast, he says. I can read the compass. Yes, I've achieved. I don't know what happened to those altitude restraints, but it clearly just didn't... Oh, it's changed them. Oh well, it clearly just didn't listen to them at all, did it? Oh well. We're making that turn. There's some water over there as well, actually. Which is pretty cool. And we've lost the aircraft. There we go. The airport is over there somewhere, I think. Yeah, so it's behind us. Because I love how we take this massive detour. Well, thank you for that. We take this massive detour just to get somewhere. I'll stop that at 4,000 feet just because I'm getting a little nervous that we are getting quite close to the ground. You see. Yes, it's not often that I get very nervous about flight sim, but I am right now. Because we are getting quite close to the ground. In a minute we will see the
2,500.
Fantastic Oslo.
2,500.
Thank you for that. It's just going to keep doing that, isn't it? As soon as we cross over the new terrain. In a minute we'll get close to the airport and you'll be able to see fantastic Oslo, Gardermoen, Mega Airport X by Aerosoft very soon. I actually bought that a long time ago actually, and I haven't really flown into Oslo very often, so thought I might do that at some point, and I am right now. So can't really see very much on the ND. Oh well. Is there any more checklists that they need to do? No, I've just clicked off it. Descent checklist, we've done that. Need to be doing the approach checklist at some point. Oh, weather's just disappeared. I'm getting very nervous that we are low. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to go direct to somewhere. Because this is a big detour. Direct to that, see if that does anything. In fact, we could probably go direct somewhere else actually. Direct to Bavard. And we'll just climb up to 5,000 feet because, you see, we are a little bit low over the terrain here. Look at that climbing turn, that's quite cool. I think I need to do something about the fact that we can't see very far. Now that could be to do with the weather, and it could just be to do with the setting that I haven't checked, but it just seems that the sky is kind of like fading all the way down to the ground. It's kind of weird. Oh, it's loading in some of the ground stuff as well, which is nice. So, Bavard. Let's have a look. Oh yes, that makes sense. Cool. Okay. Because that was a big detour. We could have just gone direct to Bavard. Or Bavard, or however you say it. QNH is 1008. I've just messed it up for some reason. I think it's buzzing at me because I changed the Barrow reference. Let's change the QNH. And the approach checklist starts in 4.7 miles, so it has picked that up, which is good. In fact, we'll start it now, actually.
Approach checklist.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Sliding tables.
Stowed.
Stowed. Cabin signs.
Checked.
Nav accuracy.
Checked.
Barrel reference.
Now she's messing it up.
Barrow reference set and cross-checked. 1028.
1028. Checked. Checklist complete.
So we'll start descending, I think. But there's a big thing there, so we'll try and intercept it at 5,000.
Flight attendants, prepare for landing.
Is there an echo on that, or is that just me? I think there might be an echo on that. Not sure why.
2,500.
I don't make any claim to know how to do this correctly, so please don't hate. I am just flying the plane. I am probably not doing it very well, but oh well, we shall see. As long as we get on the ground, I'm happy with that. You see. So, it's asking for more drag, so I think we'll bring out flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1.
It asked for more drag, and I gave it more drag.
2,500.
I swear the only thing that ground proximity warning system has said to me is 2,500 all evening. 2,500. Yeah, just to remind you, 2,500. That's all it says. It's a bit zoomed in. Overhead panel looks fantastic. Don't know what that view is meant to be for, but it's pretty useless unless you want to look at the ECAM display. I guess. So we're getting close, which is nice. The ILSs are kind of picking it up. This is a really long flight actually, I didn't realise how long it was. Trees are loading in. That's nice and subtle, isn't it? And I'm hoping that we'll be able to intercept the ILS on the first attempt and not have to be stupid and go and try and re-intercept it. That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? And what's more embarrassing is those trees loading in. What are they doing? At least there is trees. Quite nice. It's quite a nice picture. And then I go and screenshot it, obviously, because you know how it is.
Glide slope alive.
Good. The glide slope is alive, I can see it. So, that means that we're getting quite close. And I still can't see the runway, but oh well. Bring the flaps down a little bit more.
Speed check, flaps 2.
And I think the diamond is moving. Just bring the localizer online. It's kind of cool because the flight plan just leads you onto the ILS in quite a cool way.
Speed check, flaps full.
Flaps are coming down all the way.
Gear down.
We'll bring the gear down as well. I love how the sun is there, but it doesn't look very bright outside. It looks a bit rubbish. The sun is over there somewhere. And diamond doesn't seem to be alive. We'll bring the approach online anyway. Oh, there we go. Diamond is alive.
Localizer alive.
That was rather strange because the horizontal didn't seem to be doing anything at all, which was kind of confusing, but oh well. We are descending, which is nice. It wants me to set landing flaps, so
Speed check, flaps 3.
bring the flaps up and then bring them back down again, which might trigger it.
Flaps full.
There we go. I think I was a bit hasty with the flaps there a little, I don't think it picked it up. Bring the flaps up and then let it, I press the button and then let it put it back down again. It's so confusing.
Flaps full.
2,500.
Localizer captured.
It still isn't picking it up, but I think if you look into the distance you can see the airport, which is nice. Cool.
2,500.
Actually, what did I set on the flaps? I can't remember.
2,500.
I don't think I've ever seen such a high landing speed of 130 knots in my life. Oh, there we go. We have the landing lights. Everything looks pretty much set up. Ground spoilers are armed, flaps are full, landing gear is down, 3 greens. Everything looks good, including the simulator. I think what would look even better if I had FTX, Orbex, FTX, Norway, but I don't.
Speed.
Landing
Speed.
checklist.
Speed. Speed.
I think we just had a
Gear,
bit of wind
Down
shear.
and locked. 3 greens.
ground spoilers,
Checked and armed.
auto brakes,
Medium.
exterior lights,
On.
go around altitude,
Checked.
landing memo,
Checked no blue.
checklist complete.
Cool, well we have the runway in sight. The sun is, I think it has set or it is about to set. We shall see how this goes. I shall be taking control at 500 feet. I can't remember where the wind is from. It is from right to left at 16 knots according to the aircraft. There goes TeamSpeak. Set VAPP target speed. Well, we have 130 knots, I believe. Just mute that. That's actually 129. 1 knot too fast. At 500 feet. In fact, the wind has got stronger, 1 knot faster than it was. It is from right to left. At 500 feet, we shall see what happens, the moment of truth, whether it works, whether I can actually land this thing. We'll find out. Just coming up on 700 feet. Looking good on the approach.
Approaching 19 right.
It's always nice to know we're on the right runway. Just coming up on 500 feet.
500.
Autopilot off.
Get rid of that annoying noise. And
300. 100 above.
We do have aircraft in control. The wind is actually now a headwind at 3 knots, which is nice.
200 minimum.
Continue.
100. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Ground spoilers.
Do you know how I've been going on about Aerosoft's Mega Airport Oslo? Turns out I didn't install it, but oh well.
70 knots.
Can turn off here.
Flaps full.
That was
APU on.
a pretty successful landing, I think.
After landing checklist.
Exterior lights.
Checked.
Ground spoilers.
Set off.
Engine mode selector.
Checked normal.
Flaps.
Checked retracted.
TCAS.
Checked standby.
Brake temperature.
Checked.
APU.
On.
Checklist complete.
Cool. Well, as I said, we didn't appear to have Aerosoft's Mega Airport Oslo because I failed to install it, but oh well. Well, welcome to Oslo. This is Speedbird 770 flight from Heathrow to Oslo. We'll just jump back and have a couple of replays like we did before. As for the video, hope you enjoyed it. Apologise for the fact that I advertised Airsoft Mega Airport Oslo all the way through the video, and then when we actually got there, I hadn't actually installed it. But, oh well, that's human error for you. But I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.